Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Rantz. It's Chris Andrew, of course, and you might be wondering why I'm making a video here at this time's just an hour before kickoff, I'm still in my room, as you can see. It's because I'm suffering from a bad case of influenza, actual flu. I've had it for a week or so I wasn't able to go to the match on Wednesday. The disappointing 0-0 draw in Milan, where it looked like Will decided holding on to a 1-0 lead and they weren't looking to try and be adventurous. That was a disappointing thing. He ended up going out in the Champions League limply, very limply, and so yeah, no European football to look forward to at the end of this month. So I had to cancel my hotel in Istanbul. I know that was wishful thinking, but as you know, that's how I work. And still got the semblance of the flu right now, so that's why I was not able to make it to the game today. It was an important match for me, as it's obviously Spurs Forest, as most of you would know. I'm a big Spurs fan, obviously. My father was a big Nottingham Forest fan, so this is a big family occasion. Also had some bad news on that front as well, but I won't go into that on here. But let's just say that I should be there to pay homage to my father for what will be a very big game in his family, and so it is a game that I do look forward to, and I've looked forward to, especially since Forest came back into the Premier League, and after a good performance at the City Ground, well, good enough performance. That was it. It was an okay performance. We won 2-0, but we were dominated. I will have to say. And then obviously in the League Cup, we went there, and pathetically lost 2-0. So it's hard to say which Spurs side is going to turn up, but it looks like we are going to go with a lot of changes. The lineup has been announced. It was announced 15 minutes ago. And so this is the lineup. In goal, we have Fraser Forster in goal, who's done very well since he's come in. You know, obviously Lloris is out, so he's going to be our number one goalkeeper. And then in defence is Romero, who obviously was sent off pathetically against Milan, destroyed any chance. Not that his sending off was key to our losing, but it lessened any of our chances, really, didn't it? I mean, go down to 10 men against the side that can defend. What are you going to do? So he starts. I don't know what reception he's going to get, what his name's going to be, what reception he's going to get when his name is read out. Who knows? Dyer, who obviously was suspended, and Longley at the back there. So it's going to be a back three again. So we shall see how that works. Then you have Pedro Porro, who's going to be playing ahead of Emerson Royal, so he's going to start it today. He's going to be on right wing back. Let's see if he actually puts in a decent performance. Although they didn't play too badly against Wolves. Even had an attempt on goal, which on a free kick, which hit the bar, you may remember. And yeah, he's sort of slowly going up in my books, really. And on the other side, we'll have Davies. Ben Davies will be playing as a left wing back. So I did say that that's where he should be playing. And I was quite surprised that people thought, oh, maybe he should be playing there, as opposed to Perisic or Sessegnon. That's where he started his position. He's not always been a left-sided centre back. He plays that position for Wales, but that's not where he always played for us. So I was kind of surprised when people were very surprised that he could play there. You know, in the midfield, you got Skip continuing his good form. He's staying in the middle alongside Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. So that should be an interesting one. And then up front, it's going to be an interesting one. Whether Richarlison actually starting. I think Richarlison had a few words to say to the Brazilian media after the Milan game, where he said that that this season has been shit. He starts a couple of games and suddenly he's dropped. He has no idea what's going on. Conte then references that, saying that yes, his season has been shit. That's the motivation that you need, isn't it? So hopefully, well, I know that Richarlison can be a bit sulky at times, so hopefully he uses that to stick two fingers up. No, I'm saying, that's going to be by the by, really. The rest of it, Son and Kane. So Son continues. So it looks like Kulusevski is the one who's dropped. Son continues to play, and even though he's I don't know what's up with him this season, but yeah. But yeah, it's kind of hard to see how that's going to switch because Richarlison does like to come off on the left and into the middle. So is he going to be playing out of position on the right? I don't know. But that's what's going to happen there. Or maybe it's going to be Son and Richarlison up, the main two up front, and Kane just behind them. That's what I would like to see. You know, utilise the players that you have, and then once again, Danjuma nowhere to be seen in the starting lineup. He must have really said something really bad to Conte to not be picked. But that would have been my natural. If you're going to take off Kulusevski, I'll say use Danjuma in that position. But Conte is Conte. He's the boss. So that's the starting lineup, and and we shall see what happens. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with this one. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that I mean, we're on a run of what? Drawn with Milan, lost to Wolves 1-0, lost to Sheffield United in the FA Cup 1-0. All this stuff's coming after beating Chelsea 2-0. And then before that, we lost the game again, didn't we? It's the most mixed form, really. Out of everything, the season is 100% dead as far as I'm concerned. Nothing to play for. Anything we can do is finish as high as we can and go again. But whether that will be with Conte at the helm, I don't know. I mean, he's just putting out all these mixed messages, really. There's not really filling me with any kind of confidence that we're going to continue with along this path. And if he doesn't want to be here, I know he's just looking for the payday to get sacked and then he'll claim the money. I heard on another channel that the idea is that if we sack him now, then we have to pay him the extension fee as well as what's remaining of the season, which makes no sense to me, really, because why would you write that into the contract? That makes no sense to me, but that's what's been doing the rounds. I don't believe that for a second, but I imagine that as his contract is up at the end of the season, I imagine that's what's going to happen. That come the end of the season, he's going to go part ways and not have to pay him any money. And I know that Conte doesn't really mind that too much because he has walked away from clubs. He had it in his resignation first, so he's walked away from the clubs with no money, most notably at Inter Milan, his last job before starting here. So I don't know. I mean, I will try, and I mean, obviously I'll watch it. I mean, that's what I'm putting this earth for, isn't it? To suffer with Spurs, but we shall see what happens. Look, this is a good enough lineup to actually get something out of this game, and once I get something out of this game, I mean a victory. It's at home as well, where we're having a good run of not conceding goals, but so you know what's going to happen. We're going to lose 1-0 or something. And Nottingham Forest, I've also been struggling as well, so we shall see what happens. But that's the team lineup. Let me know what you think. You think we've got what it takes to get something out of this game? We should, but will we? Anyway, I shall be back with an aftermath video in around about 2 hours' time. Let's see what happens. Come on, you Spurs. See you shortly.